Well, Bell started out as a confectioner in 1892, and they're also a cordial maker. And in about 1903, Minnie Pearl Davis joined the business, and she ended up inheriting it or buying with her husband by the name of John Joseph Longman, who was also working here. And Longman ended up being killed in the First World War in France. But she had Les Bell, she remarried a Bell, and her son Les Bell is the married Mavis, and Les and Mavis Bell are the ones that people, most people today remember. But Les Bell's mother, Minnie Pearl, was the one who pioneered the Bells Milkbar. And so in about the late 30s, the place was totally remodelled, not like it is today, but in the style of the time, and it was called Bells Milkbar. And then in 1956, the shop that we're standing in now the renovation was completed. So yeah, it's been trading in one form or another for well over 100 years. Well, I was actually living in Alice Springs at the time, and my mum had just moved to Broken Hill from Brisbane, and she saw this old milk bar for sale, and it was a bit run down. It had been for sale for a while, and she convinced me to move down and get involved. So we took that on together in 2004, and my fiancée Dominique and I brought mum out a couple of years ago. Well, we're famous for the milkshakes and spiders. All of the syrups and cordials are handmade on the site, just like they have been. So that's the cordial making past, and yeah, definitely recommend that. And that's mostly what people come here for. But we can also take home the syrups and cordials in retail, so like a retail bottle, so you can make the Bells drinks at home. And like some of the new additions to the menu, there's some fair trade espresso coffee from Jasper Coffee in Melbourne, and a range of desserts and snacks and that sort of thing, but not really any savoury food. So it's more an indulgence destination. So lots of desserts, lots of ice cream, and the milkshakes and spiders. And I might add that we have just added homemade fudge to the menu. So people will be able to come in and really indulge as if they couldn't before. We also do hot waffles and ice cream with the Bells syrups, which are good. Look, it's fantastic working at Bells, and you know, I guess I haven't ran any other business, so I can't compare, but I feel like everyone that comes into Bells is in a great mood already. So people are either tourists who are on holidays, or they're locals who've come in for a treat. So it's a really happy, fun place to be, and that is a really great thing about working here. The stories that people tell about Bells, and in fact, you know, many milk bars and cafes and their experiences right around the country, especially from the 40s, 50s and 60s is amazing, and it's great to see that oral history retained. There's a space in the museum where people can write down their stories, and so we've been collecting that history. People drop in photos of the milk bars, and so it feels really great to be part of that too. And just seeing people relive their memories from younger days, and we get couples that have been married 40 years that met in a milk bar and then tell us about their story, and it's really awesome. The Bells these are a 3-bedroom house out the back of the Bells shop, and the Bells, when they ran it, they used to live out the back, so they literally lived and breathed the business. It was their life, and so there's obviously got the space out the back there, so we thought, we wanted to really immerse people in the milk bar experience. We know there's not very many milk bars left in Australia. There was never any like Bells, but there's none of any description left these days, so we wanted to have a place that people could learn about the milk bar culture and help to encourage people to keep the spirit alive. Well, I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's what Bells is all about, stepping back in time. And I like to think of it a little bit like maybe restoring an old car that you find in the garage or a barn or something. Like, there's a lot of original bits that are there, and some bits you have to put in brand new for safety and things like new brakes or whatever, and other bits you might source secondhand from other cars that were just like it. And so yeah, for me, it's never been an option. There's never been any other option apart from trying to keep it as authentic as possible. Yeah, I mean, the surroundings are the best way to appreciate the syrups and cordials, which is the specialty of Bells. And so the experience of coming here, you get to drink the drink, but also sit in the environment and then learn about the history of it. So it's a great experience, and people could come here today and have the same experience that they could have come here and had in the 50s or 60s. Well, I'd have to say the spiders for me are the most exciting thing about Bells, because we use the original old soda fountains, and we don't know of any other place anywhere that still has those original soda fountains in working condition and using them for the spiders. My favourite spider is the sarsaparilla and lime. That's not everyone's drink. Broken Hill has an amazing history, and we're really fortunate in we've got great dry conditions to keep everything well preserved, and we have an abundance of really important Australian history here. And I think Bells is an example of what can be achieved if we focus on what's unique and special about our particular business or place, and rather than worrying about what everyone else is doing, try and focus on telling our story. Coming to Bells is like stepping back in time, and it's a great experience, a great place to catch up with friends and family, and experience things, a space that's reminiscent of a simpler time. Slow down a bit and just take it easy. We've got free wireless internet, like a hotspot for customers, so anyone that's got their own laptop with wireless capabilities can come in and surf the internet for free, as well as a gift area, which people can, it's got full of the old memorabilia and nostalgic gift items.